if you had to, I mean, sounds, I mean, your experience and your knowledge is out of this world. What would you tell your 18-year-old self, like a younger Ben, based on all this experience that you've, gained from this journey?
A couple things come to my mind. Even though you are very good at a lot of things, don't try to do it alone. Reach out, connect with
Yeah.
others. And here's something that is huge and I'm still learning today. It's okay to make a mistake. It is okay
That's a
to,
big one.
right. It is okay to not be perfect. When we try so hard to be perfect and then we make a mistake, all those feelings of shame come back. And we think, oh, I know better, but I didn't do as well as I thought I should, right? And all these attacking and negative thoughts come to our brain and we start doing all that kind of thing. But I'm telling you, we all do make mistakes, no matter how good we seem, no matter how good the other person looks. And it's okay.
It's okay. And that's why there's a book called Fail Forward.
There you go. Love it.
You fail forward. But I don't even like the word fail. I like to use experimenting.
Mm,
And I'm a recovered perfectionist. And so my whole thing was I always wanted things to be perfect, 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 realizing there's no perfection in nothing but
mm-hmm,
what comes of the universe and of God. So I've learned to live in a life where if I focus on of excellence and of quality, and of substance, then it makes up for me having to focus and trying to get to a target that's, unfeasible. And so we can all focus on getting excellence, but not necessarily waste time, to get perfection. And
mm-hmm.
sometimes that's what happens to, perfectionists. You'll sit there and be stuck in a, analysis paralysis or something that's already been perfect anyway. And you over perfect, you over make it, you make it, not only that you mess up the perfection of it, you actually can find yourself stuck in a space. So staying in a mindset of let me just make it great, let me make it, excellent, and then move on to the next, to the next task.
Yeah.
That's been quite helpful for me.
Here's something that
But
came to
it,
me.
mhm,
Sorry, real quick. I think this will be important for the listeners. As we were just talking about this, and me
mhm,
myself saying that it's okay to make a mistake, I experienced some emotion, an emotion of vulnerability
mm,
and a little bit of fear.
yeah,
So I was like, wait, 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 wait,
yep,
wait. I'm used to being really good at things, so I don't want to not be good at things. But this is for all the listeners. Whether it's, hey, I'm a perfectionist or a recovering perfectionist, right? Or you know what, I do want to do something about my emotions, which means I'm going to have to reach out and admit that I need the help. You might be having these same emotions of vulnerability and a little bit of fear. That's okay. We all feel it. And here's something super powerful that I've learned. Many of us, we want to, here's my initial reaction with vulnerability and fear. The way to
mm,
protect myself is to distract or run. I say, well, I don't like that feeling, so I'm going to go do something else that I'm better at. But that eliminates the possibility of connection. By me being
mm,
vulnerable, I open up for other people to come in and say, hey, I feel that way too. Or hey, guess what? I might be able to help you. And
yeah,
we make that
exactly.
valuable human connection instead of just staying in my realm and not growing because I didn't want to make a mistake.
Out of the fear, yeah, that's huge. Anyway, I'm sure there are so many listeners are thinking about, you know what, I may need help in this space of maybe not only with detaching from emotional pain, but how to attain hope, knowing that the person might have type away for years, possibly decades. How can they reach out to you and connect with you and get some of your information, or maybe even join part of your program of coming through a journey, and hopefully they get inspired, right? And,
Mm-hmm.
hence, inspired journey. How do
Yes.
they get to that from pain to power?
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Really, anywhere online under Ben Eden Speaks. My website is benedenspeaks.com. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you want to email me directly at ben@benedenspeaks.com, I'd love to hear from you. I used to work in HR and in coaching. I know the importance of confidentiality, so you don't need to worry about that.
Yes.
And regardless, I just love to hear about your experience, and so you can develop some hope and know that you are good enough.
I love that. So if you had three words to describe what it is that you do, Ben, or who you are, what would they be?
Pain into power.
I like that. Pain into power.
Hmm.
That's strong. That's powerful. That's bold.
Oh yeah. It took me a
And
while to learn
and
it, but I believe it.
no, I love it. I love it. It sounds like a website. Is it?
Ah, it's more like a title of my coaching program.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and talk about that. All right. So we're going to interject it, interject that as a coaching program.
Hmm.
Uh, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask you about that again. So we're back on. So Ben, you mentioned about that you do coaching. And so it's great that everyone has a way to connect with you in case they want to learn more of how to make the detachment from these, pain that's been on us as a cloak, as I said, for decades, years. Do you have like a coaching program or something that like what is part of your journey that a person would take to get to that state of success?
Absolutely. It's a 6-step program that I call Pain into Power. Regardless of what our pain
Mm,
is, whether it's a 20-year thing from childhood, or if it's just recently happened from a pandemic, from a relationship, from a death, whatever, right? So whatever it is
mm,
that's holding us back, we go through this 6-step process to help you gain confidence in yourself to get there. And as you get there, we resolve these emotions. So when you arrive, and I'm telling you, when you arrive, because you will, my goodness, you feel like a
yes.
new person.
Like a new person, a powerful person.
Absolutely.
And of course, what is power is to feel free, to be able
Hmm.
to take it to the next step, to the next level. You're part, you're in your space. So that's that. I love that pain into power coaching program. And you
Hmm.
said it's 6 steps.
6 steps. Yep.
Okay, awesome. And so if you had an opportunity, like if someone had an opportunity to work with you, what should they work on before they would call someone as yourself? Like what are there like any type of pre-work that needs to happen, or any advice that you would share with whether it's a person that is in entrepreneurship or at home, like or anyone really, any individual can use something like this. Anything that you would, give them as an advice to start working on right now?
Sure. I like to make it analogous to just any sports coach. A sports coach isn't going
Mm.
to do the practice for you. He's not going to make the baskets for you, and he's not going to win the gold medal for you.
Why not?
But he'll be there every step along the way to give you
Mm.
what you need in that moment. And so, to answer your question, the specific thing that they can do right now before they were to work with me, I don't need you to be a professional in emotions. I don't need you to be the most well worded in emotions. What would be best is that you say, what is the number one thing I want to work on for the next 30 days? Why is that so
I love
important?
it.
It's important because then you can tell me and I can help you with it. But also, the practice of being clear has so many meanings for your life. And if you can do that, then you'll totally be ready for the help I can offer.
I love it. Well, Ben, this was fantastic. I mean, to know that we are in an opportunity, to know that we're able to connect with someone like you to help us. And and a lot of times we don't even know that we're holding on to all this emotion, right? So to
Exactly.
know that I can connect with you and you help me navigate removing this pain, removing these emotions that are actually, and that are actually making me make decisions or lack of making decisions, because I truly believe sometimes something can hold us back. And
Mm-hmm.
so if we're able to go through this process, a 6 step process, or whatever process that you feel that is good for your client, it's good to know that a person can move to the next step, knowing that they no longer have to be stuck because of how they feel about the past, and they can
Exactly.
move forward into the future. That in itself that's powerful in itself.
Yeah. Well, and how you said it was powerful. That was awesome.
Well, I just want to say I'm so thankful that you stopped by at Your Inspired Journey. And because all of us, whether we're parents, we're individuals that are seeking for the next step in our lives, or whether we're entrepreneurs, it doesn't matter, but to know that it's important for us to stay inspired as we're going along this journey. So I'm thankful that you stopped by and shared these golden nuggets with us.
My pleasure.
Well, everyone, thank you for joining Your Inspired Journey. Ben have really given us something to think about. We really have to go and think. Is our past, is our emotions holding us back from really reaching our highest level, our highest good in life? And to know that there are people like Ben who is willing to help support our journey makes it even better. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on our next